episode of My Gaming Diary on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. This morning we're going to be playing a little bit of Doom on the Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and get started. No, multiplayer is not what I asked for. I guess what I actually want to play. Campaign. Oh, wait. Alright, so this took about a 36-minute patch to download before I could even play it. So it's kind of been a long morning, and I've also been distracted by trying to refresh the content on my iPhone and pull down some movies and whatnot. I also had to move the Nintendo Switch because I had it over on my 4K TV. It did not look good on 4K TV, so I just moved it back to the 32-inch 1080p TV, hoping that improves my overall experience. So let's quickly run down the hardware that is in play this morning. So like I said, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch this morning. I'm using the chargeable Joy-Con grip controller. I also put nubs on it this morning. They're actually nubs that I ordered and were really designed for my Xbox One controllers. Whoa. Where is... Man, the controller has a huge dead zone, so... Alright, that's the sight in. Jump. How do I reload? There's melee. Nope, don't want to do that. Minus doesn't do anything. So, yeah, the calibration on the Joy-Con controllers is really weird, although I think maybe I might be able to get a hang of it without going in and calibrating it. So like I said, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch, playing with the Joy Grip Charge. I've added nubs to the controller. For video capture this morning, I'm using a new device, the Hauppauge HD PVR Rocket, which is a device that can be used as either standalone or can be used either as standalone or in conjunction with the PC. So I'm using it in the standalone mode this morning. So I've recently been stripping down the lab and getting rid of a few things. And so while the last 2 years of Rounding Off Infinity has been really about me exploring tech used for game streams and game capture, and kind of trying to do a lot of videos that talk through the different studio setups that I've been using, I've kind of settled out on that. I've definitely seen a slower pace of release of those types of devices, and I think we're just kind of settling into norms. So I've kind of selected 3 PC-based game capture and streaming devices, and three devices that have a standalone capability. Still have to troubleshoot one. I think I had the wrong power supply hooked up to it, but my C285 gave me a lot of problems last time. I think I've moved past those, but I do need to do some more investigation and troubleshooting. So I don't know what multiplayer is like on this game yet. I listened to the guys on the Game Informer show talk about this yesterday. They talked about the game not looking good. It seems to look fine to me, at least in single player on a 1080p TV. And I'm wondering if those guys were playing on a 4K TV. It gets a little pixelated when you zoom in. Wow. But when you're not drawn in too close, it looks fine, I think. So, R is how you switch weapons, okay. And is Y how you... I don't know how you... Alright, I got it. I understand. Just let me, How do you reload? Can you reload? I don't know. So like I said, I'm using the AC PVR rocket. So the PVR rocket uses the pistol in this case is actually a longer range weapon.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
I said the pistol has unlimited ammo. Is that an exploding barrel? There it is. So the AC PVR rocket allows you to record to either thumb drives or so. Oh, that's not cool. So I'm actually get. It's weird. I've only played this game a little bit before on the PlayStation 4.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown.
It seems like on this level there's a lot more resistance. I may have been playing at a higher difficulty level because I definitely had to figure out how to get over to that life thing. Sound was really good. I've got just double check.
presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Do I just need to shoot that thing? What do I need to do here? Okay. Now this might be the problem, because now they show up and they're angry. People are shooting fireballs all over the place.
Presence at unsafe levels.
So this is not good for precision engagements at high volume, but oh! It's actually not that bad. Oh! So you guys are just gonna spawn and show up, huh? So the HCPVR rocket uses either thumb drive. Oh! What is that? Low ammo.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
What do we have now? So yeah, the ergos on this control aren't great. I was basically driven to wind up so as with racing games, this is kind of
Demonic presence at unsafe levels.
one of those games that I have to put in like a lot of very frequent tiny inputs to control it well. Oh, you punk. I missed. Oh! Alright. Destroy the gore nest.
Lockdown.
Okay, so I didn't realize he could, or didn't remember that he could pull himself up. So the HCPVR rocket allows you to use either, and you can jump a lot further than I think you are led to believe. So yes, this is kind of a little softer resolution than obviously playing on the PlayStation 4. I haven't brought this game up on the PlayStation 4 Pro yet, but again, you're playing a game. To me, the get is that you're playing a game that's going to allow me to take this on the go. So that's the allure. So the HCPVR rocket allows you to record to either a USB thumb drive. It's got a USB 2.0 port in front. And it's a USB 2.0 connection, I think, in the back to your PC. Again, I'm using it in standalone mode right now, so you can record to a USB thumb drive or to an externally powered USB hard drive. So and another thing that I like about it is it takes thumb drives that are formatted in NTFS, so you don't get any file size limitations like I do with the AGP Tech VG0020. So I'm recording to an 8 gigabyte SanDisk thumb drive right now. I have a 16 gigabyte mini drive that I probably am going to go ahead and convert to NTFS. And then right now on my Amazon wish list, I have a 64 gigabyte drive to just maximize my convenience in that aspect. So it's kind of weird. Like I really like how. Oh no, that's not good. I actually really like how the Joy-Cons control in in this mode, when I'm kind of running out in the open, I don't like so much how they control when things get busy. So I just can't. Am I supposed to just drop down here, or? I mean, my objective is over. I don't know where my objective is. It's out there somewhere. But there just does not appear to be a safe way down here. Okay, so it's apparently... Yeah, I know, I got the auto map. So that's... Okay, so this is where I am. No, it's not what I wanted. Oh well. Okay. I guess that's how we figure that out. I just do not remember the other game being this fast when you were walking around. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to read a little bit of the lore, at least. So again, it's still pretty amazing to me that this game has been ported to the Switch. I would say successfully. What the Mikhail was that? Demons. So yeah, so I'm recording the 8 gigabyte thumb drive right now, and supposedly, I can't remember. I think they said supposedly I forget what the instruction manual said should be the expected file size, but I guess I'll say I'm getting definitely fewer files, less recording time on a thumb drive in comparison to what they quoted than I was expecting. So this thing actually doesn't just charge, but it actually powers it up. And this is what I've been trying to get down, is the specific feel for the traversal rate of the controls. I think I'm getting there. So yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, what I heard from the Game Informer guys was that the Joy-Cons were not really made for first-person shooter. They're not, but I definitely think that's a matter of tuning. I don't think it would be impossible to get things right. But again, I'm also figuring it out, so I don't think it's an impossible task. So I guess I feel like they just want you to drop. Like there's no easy way down. They just want you to exercise the suit, I guess. So that drop didn't cost me any hit points. Okay, I see. Would you please drop? What the heck? you at? Where you at? Oh. Yeah, I'm not being smart. Was not watching my life meter. I was expecting a much more forceful representation on the screen of me getting lower on life. So for voiceover commentary today, I'm using my lapel mic. I'm plugged into the HD PVR Rocket. Again, one of the things I like about the Rocket is I like my standalone recording devices that have audio inputs or outputs right on the front panel. So now I've been trying to calibrate over the last day or so to get better voiceover commentary. The first time I got good enough volume, but what I didn't like was it just didn't sound very sharp or crisp. It was kind of muddled, almost like it had a lot of bass in it, which I don't really understand. It has a single front panel connector, and I have seen with front panel connectors that are designed to use a 2-ring 3.5mm jack that sometimes they don't like it when a 3-ring combo jack is plugged in. That's a jack that is able to both accept audio input but also has its own audio output across a single jack. Well, that almost worked out badly. Alright. Come on, figure it out. Okay, that worked. These little warrior demons. Oh, these look like... Yeah. I like that they take some damage here. So you almost have to use the regular demons as sources for health. So that's kind of starting to drive my engagement pattern. Did he run? He dropped. Where's this other guy at? I kind of enjoy engaging in melee for the glory kills here. So I saw a health pack drop down here somewhere. Whoa! Blasted him right off the cliff. Now I'll take the armor. Health pack, that puts me at 100. I hear ya, but I just, there you are. I can't get up there. Oh! Did you just do like a hook shot? To try to hit me with the fireball? Oh, Dr. J. Demon. Get out of here with that trash. So I've noticed, again, while I've complained about the controls a small amount, actually, once you get rolling in a fight, I guess I initially had the impression coming into this level that controls were great when things were slow, but weren't that great in a fight, but they're actually pretty good in a fight, too. I find, just kind of relaxing and getting over the difference in controller calibration and what I'm accustomed to and what's my norm does a lot to help just kind of settle down and play the game as it is. So for... Okay. So for... and then for the webcam today, I'm actually using my Sony Alpha A6000, which is my... weapon upgrade points. So the Sony A6000 is my recent upgrade to a Micro Four Thirds mirrorless interchangeable lens camera. So basically my smaller form factor step away from DSLR technology, or alternative to DSLR technology. Okay, so we've got the blue access key. I got turned around here, so I thought yeah, right? Okay. Just gotta backtrack to use the blue access key. Now, I guess one thing I haven't been checking is, am I supposed to do something to... Or just checkpoint save, so I don't need to do anything to save it, right? Okay. What is that? Now, do you cycle through to get? Or do you hold? How? Didn't mean to do that. Heck of a way to waste grenades. So yeah, so I don't actually know exactly which audio you are listening to. Since to try and recalibrate the HD PVR Rocket 2, or try and refine the calibration on the HD PVR Rocket audio. So last time, once I was monkeying around with my audio mix levels, I got my voiceover commentary to be loud enough, but the in-game audio was too shallow, so I tried to bump that up, which requires you taking the Rocket over to a PC that has the device manager and now the fact that, so this is one thing, the controller works fine, and you just gotta, if you get overly excited, as is the case in most games. Where are you at? Oh, did he just dodge that? My melee fu is not on point. Looked like his own demon hit him. So I'm realizing now that some of these demons look like the colonists. Some of them look like actual demons. Punches and melee don't feel very visceral. Feel kind of lightweight. I haven't yet really figured out how you reload. Maybe it's just automatic on its own. So I don't know exactly which audio track you're going to be listening to. So those are grenades. Maybe my grenade's already filled up. Would like a little more positive feedback on exactly what was going on. Blast it. Didn't think that through very well. There we got a melee. What I don't want to do is I don't want to... There Still not thinking it through. Blast it. So that's kind of interesting, being down at 20% and thinking that I was about to cash in. It's interesting that just killing one or two demons kind of got me out of that. Ooh, maybe that's not where I want to go. Over here, maybe? How do you get over there? So we'll be playing a series of kind of smaller 30-minute sessions this morning, so we're almost actually done with this game capture and 30 minutes of Let's Play. Oh, is this a jumpy? I thought it would be. Maybe you can get up. Can I sprint? No. Well, you should totally be able to reach that ledge. Come on. These are the things that aggravate me in games. There's no... So he's been able to grab up on the ledges that are easier to get to, but he can't get to that one. That's aggravating. Yeah, so that was a grenade replenishing station. I want you to go in this direction. Is there a way to get over there? Don't know. Can I jump that? Yes, you can. Mighty fine, mighty fine. Combat support drone. Alright. You charged burst, which is not my favorite, but ZL to charge up to a 3-round burst with tighter spread. Totally uncalled for. ZL? Alright, gotcha. So it works the same as the charged burst on the pistol. Okay. I find it hilarious how the demon shooting how did I miss with that? Give me that health. Whoa. Nope, go past him and get the health canisters, then swing back. Fast mover. That guy didn't drop any health. Ah! Nope. Health. So what I was saying is I don't know exactly which audio track you're going to be listening to. If I have calibrated things correctly, then I will go ahead and process this video using the HD PVR Rocket voice track input coming from my lapel mic. But if I still don't have that audio mix calibrated correctly, then what you're going to wind up hearing is audio, backup audio that I'm recording using the ECM G1ZM shotgun microphone that I'm using with the A6000, which is really a pretty amazing microphone. All of its modes are not compatible on the A6000 because it doesn't actually have a 3.5 millimeter audio input, which is the two higher end cameras in this series. That's what they have. No, don't drop! Whoa. Stop with all that. Okay. Once I figure out who's doing that, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Told you. I'm also not using my grenades, but I am now. Did I get him? That had to have gotten him. Okay, so those grenade crates stay persistent until what the heck is that? Oh, a mini Martian. Imp model. Aw. So yeah, again, yes, this is not the same level of graphical fidelity as the PlayStation 4 version, but this is not a graphically bad game by any means, any stretch of the imagination. I should probably be using my map because I'm not absolutely certain that I'm headed in the right direction right now. I think I am back in a place that I've been in previously, because I think I went inside here before. And yeah, controls definitely take some getting used to. Okay, so that's the drone. I almost had a walking mode in this. I like the control level that I have when he's sprinting, but I'm like, I don't know that I need to be sprinting all the time. Definitely going to get to a point here where I would prefer if I could proceed cautiously around a given corner for lack of knowledge of whether or not it's just like a horde of demons waiting there. So, much like Shadow of Mordor, I just think this is a game that you need to settle into and immerse yourself in to get accustomed to the control scheme. And then once you do that, I think you'll be fine. I see you. Yeah, that got him. Hate using shoddy on these weak. Where did he go? I just need to get a small bit quicker. Come on. Blast him. And you know, the other thing is, I'm not just a second off on speed here. Unbelievable. I'm not just a second off on speed here solely because of the control scheme. I'm also a bit off because even when you get there quickly and turret onto the target quickly, the problem is that these guys are red, right, on a reddish-brown background, and they're really difficult to pick up. I think I've been on this plateau like 5 times before, and I think each time, no. Whew. And I think each time I find like a different way up or down. Oh, that was not effective. Alright, so I'm going to push it to one more. What the McHale was that? I don't know, when was this not something behind me? So yeah, I've used the G1ZM. I just basically like stood right into that. Nice headshot. Go, get on him. Game's so violent. Where'd that grenade go? Yeah, I know. Alright, that rectifies that problem. So I think when you, so one thing is the controller, the Joy-Con seems quicker. Whoa. On one axis of control than on the other. Oh, no, you don't. Watch this. Oh, that did not work the way I'd planned. I'd hoped to switch to shoddy as I was climbing up, but that did not work. So I'm getting a little quicker. When you first start, you're a bit tentative for fear of making a critical mistake in terms of movement, like and it's the fact that the Joy-Cons feel a little bit delicate always, particularly if you have larger hands. I keep saying that I'm going to get to a good stopping point and stop, but I keep playing because the game's really fun. No, I didn't get up the way I wanted to. It's also the fact that dadnabbit. I got you. You didn't get me. Alright, so that says I reached a checkpoint. So that's going to do it for me for this first segment of this morning's series of entries in my gaming diary on the Rounding Off Infinity gaming channel on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining in on this session. If you happen to wander by and check out the archive version on YouTube. Once again, my name has been Agassiz Stamus from Gearworks.com, the E2KG network channel on YouTube, as well as Geeks Worldwide Radio. So thanks again for joining in. That's going to do it for me until the next segment, which will be up just moments after this. So thanks again, and please keep coming back to check out the hopefully reasonably varied content that I put up on my YouTube channel. Rounding Off Infinity is a lot about me trying out new types of equipment, new types of streaming tech, new studio equipment, and then playing lots of different games on lots of different platforms. Although I have taken down and disconnected all of my Shield devices, so that content won't be on the channel anymore. My apologies for that, but I was just spread too thin, so I'm trying to narrow down and focus on fewer platforms and fewer gadgets. So once again, thanks so much for checking out the beginning of Season 3 of Rounding Off Infinity, and hopefully I will be keeping it up for another year to come. That's going to do it for me. I'm out.